about life uncensored with Tiffany. Who's Tiffany? It's Mom.
Welcome back to Let's Talk About Life Uncensored with Tiffany. I'm your host, Tiffany, and today we're going to talk about the dreaded New Year, New Me mentality and how it needs to shift. It's that time of year again, guys. You turn the TV on, you scroll through Instagram, it's literally everywhere. The new year, new me. Everyone is acting like on January 1st, we're supposed to go into a cocoon and emerge as a totally different species. We're supposed to lose 20 pounds, start waking up at 5 a.m., drink green juices we all hate, and somehow delete every bad habit we've had for a decade overnight. But honestly, I'm totally over it. I'm tired of the pressure to reinvent the wheel every time the calendar flips. Today, we're going to deep dive on the why the new me is a lie and why the next me is the energy we're taking into 2026. Why do we feel the need to call it a new me? Think about that phrase for a second. It implies that the current you, the you sitting in your car right now or doing dishes or sitting on the couch, isn't good enough. It implies that we have to be a whole new person. But what if I don't want to be a new person? What if I actually like parts of myself? What if I just want to add something new or change a tiny specific thing? Society tells us that it's an all or nothing game. If you aren't new, you're failing. But I'm here to tell you, and I'm being uncensored here, that's complete bullshit. You don't need to be a new version. You just need to be the next version. I had someone tell me once that it wasn't a new you were trying to create, but that you are simply becoming the next you. Y'all, when I heard that, it hit me so hard. It was like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. She was so right. I didn't need to become a completely different person. I can just be me in the next chapter of my life. Think of it like a book. You don't throw the book away and start a new one every time you finish a chapter. You just turn the page. The characters are the same, the history is the same, but the plot is moving forward. For me, that next me moment started with dancing. When I started dancing, I wasn't a new Tiffany. I was just a Tiffany who now danced. I want to point out I always have danced, but I was actually learning proper dance technique, if you would. It made me feel strong. It made me feel confident. And it made me feel alive in a way that I never knew I could be. I'll be honest with you guys. I've stopped dancing recently, but I want to get back at it so badly. So that just shows you that it can go from one chapter to the next. Hopefully I'll be updating you guys that I found a studio and I've started dancing again, because truly I'm so excited to get back at it. But this last year, 2025, was the year of next me. If I had stuck to the New Year's resolution, I would have missed out on so much. Like my career, for example. I define myself as a stay-at-home mom, but I do sub on the side because with my kids being in school, I have a lot of free time since all three of them are in school. So if you would have told me a year ago that I would have been a long-term substitute teacher, I probably would have laughed, because I never thought I'd wanted to be in a classroom long-term, because I was worried about my ability to make sure that I was giving those kids the best education that they had, mostly because I wasn't educated as a teacher. So part of me was just really worried about not being enough for those students. But this year I was actually able to start off in a classroom, and those kids taught me not only to be gracious with myself, but that I needed to stop second guessing myself. And it made me realize that, wait, I actually might kind of want to be a teacher. It opened my eyes to something that I never thought I wanted or could do in my life, honestly. And I'm about to start my third long-term assignment now this year. So, of course, I have those reservations. Am I going to be good enough for my students? Am I going to be the substitute that this teacher assumes that they're getting? I put a lot of pressure because I want to be perfect, but I also should know that there is no such thing as perfect. But because I did allow myself to be the next me, like I said, I realized I might want to actually be a teacher now. Of course, I want to wait till our kids maybe are a little older, until we finish navigating some health issues with one of our kids, because that's always going to be my priority. But the next me has given me the freedom to see that, okay, this might actually be in the cards for me now. And then Joe and I did something crazy and we decided to get our master's degrees, not with one concentration, not with two, but with three, because why the hell not at this point? I want to show the kids that even though I'm a stay-at-home mom, that doesn't mean my education has to stop. I also want to show myself that, hey, you're more than what you think in your head, because I have a really bad tendency of adding just to the beginnings of things. Like, I am just a stay-at-home mom. I am just a sub. I have some really good friends out there who are really, really working with me on taking the just away, because they tell me that what I do is hard, but I have a really hard time because I feel like what everybody else does is harder. Anyways, I'm getting off track. But like I said, Joe and I are going into it with 3 concentrations because we be crazy. And so that's just another next me moment. And it's super fun that I get to do one of these moments with Joseph. But if I had stuck to the new year, new me box that we had built in January, we wouldn't really have the room to grow. I wouldn't be able to grow into an educator or the student I am today. So what's the secret, guys? There really isn't any. The secret that I found is the beginning of the year does not have to be the version of yourself that you keep for the rest of the 365 days. So the greatest freedom that I found in 2025 was the freedom to reinvent myself every single day. If Tuesday's version of me was overwhelmed and just trying to survive, that was okay because that was Tuesdays. Wednesday might look a little different. Wednesday's version of me might be the one who signs up for another degree or a new dance move, or just even something as simple as trying a new recipe to get out of a recipe funk in the house. Each day can come with something new and different, so you don't have to be stuck in place, because, guys, we aren't statues. We're works in progress. And as we head into 2026, I'm not asking you what your new me looks like. I'm asking you who is the next you? What tiny thing are you adding to your story today? So I want to hear from you guys. This show isn't just about my life, it's about all of our lives. I want to hear your stories of reinvention, whether you think it's big or small. Did you pick up a hobby you never thought you'd try? Did you change careers? Or did you just finally decide to start saying no to things that drain you? There is nothing that is going to be too small or too big when it comes to the next you. You guys reach out to me through Facebook, Instagram, or email. I will link those ways to get a hold of me in the description. And if it's okay with you, and I'll reach out to you if it gets to this, but I would love to read some of your stories on my next episodes. So please, let's keep this conversation going. Remember, you don't need a new you. You are already incredible. I just can't wait to see who the next you is. I am Tiffany, and this is Let's Talk About Life Uncensored with Tiffany. And I'll talk to you guys next time. And until then, go find yourself.